Welcome back. There is a live look outside from the Oregon coast, our Inn at Spanish Head Resort Hotel camera in Lincoln City. Thanks for watching Afternoon Live. The new school year is right around the corner, so you may be wondering how you can make the most out of what's left of summer break. Here with some great advice, we welcome back educator and family coach Amy Williams. Great to see you. I cannot believe we're talking back to school.
It comes around and comes around.
It's happening.
Yes,
and a lot of us go back before Labor Day now, so the clock is ticking.
It is, and there's absolutely some things that you can do now, like to squeeze the last bit of summer and get some family fun and some adventure in. Your guest earlier had some great ideas to get out in nature. Fantastic idea.
That outdoor time is super important.
Right. And I recommend to balance that with not trying to shove everything in the last few weeks.
Yes.
Because it's cool if you have one more thing or have a family outing or even a picnic in the park or the backyard or in the living room is just as much adventure and fun as going on a big hike. 100%. Yeah.
And make sure that you're keeping up on having some good reading time too.
Yeah. Sometimes during the summer we can get out of the habit of doing that. Just because summer sometimes it's summer.
It's summer.
Right. So I recommend getting back into the habit of reading ideally at least once a day.
Yeah.
You know, and encouraging your child to read. Maybe go back and read their favorite books again if they're into chapter books, or if you're reading to them or reading together or they're reading to themselves. Bring back those favorites that they really love.
That's a great idea to get them back on track before school starts. So let's talk more about preparing for the return to school, getting that routine back intact.
Well, some schools have different start times this year, a little bit earlier, right?
Yeah.
So I really encourage folks to do a dry run, or maybe 2 or maybe 3.
That's a great idea.
Where you practice, okay, this is the time we have to get up, so you're going to adjust bedtime by increments of 15 minutes so that they get their full, amount of sleep, and wake up time is a little bit earlier so that mornings are not a hurricane.
Yeah, it's good to get a couple dry runs in before the pressure of that big first day back, when kids might have some big feelings too.
100%. They will have those feelings. So talking about that earlier with your child over dinner or during downtime, just bring it up. Hey, I'm wondering, sometimes kids might feel all sorts of things before school. What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Just kind of leave it open.
Sure.
Yeah, and hear what they have to say, and follow through that way.
And going shopping for school supplies can be super exciting too.
So fun. And it begins the practice of counting and shopping.
Yeah.
And I do want to speak for teachers to not get the dollar box of crayons. Get the crayons that they ask you for.
Sure.
There's always a reason why they ask for something specific.
Okay. And then arranging play dates with some school friends can be a great idea too.
Sure. When folks have been in the summer mode, some families have they're out of town, or they're doing this or they're doing that, and can lose touch, right? So find out, if you can, who's going to be in the same class or going to the same school. Is there an opportunity to arrange carpooling, so you're not doing the driving every day, or bus stop duty? You're sharing that with other friends and other families, and it does help create those connections again if those connections have kind of been lost.
Yeah, it can make a big difference when the adults can team up, and it helps take the pressure off of all of us individually too.
Everybody.
Yeah, and then you can have a more positive attitude, which is also helpful for your kids.
Yeah, keep that positive attitude, and there's a phenomenon that I call jazz hands, right? And there's an interesting balance to have. So sometimes being really excited with your kid can be overwhelming, and the child is like, I'm freaking out because you seem to be freaking out.
Right.
So I just think cool, calm, and collected, a positive and reassuring present is really helpful. And don't go jazz handsy.
Yes, they really pick up on that stuff. They can tell if you're not being authentic.
Yes, and they think it's weird.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh man, it's going to be a great school year. I know. Even with an earlier bell for my son, we're going to get it done. We're going to get our routine ready.
Little 15-minute increments.
Great to see you. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
We'll have more about Amy on our website at katu.com. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.